All right, everybody, this is part 2 of the clean out hatch repair. The link to part 1 will be down in the description, of course, the other links, and here we go. Okay, guys, so today we're gonna get the new wood core cut. This is our bottom piece, our bottom fiberglass piece. We're gonna trace this. Just a quick overview on why I used marine plywood over regular plywood, over exterior plywood. Is because marine plywood, the in-between, I don't know how well you're gonna see this, but just in between the plies of the wood, the glue that they use is a waterproof glue. Even if you get exterior sheathing for like your house, like it's called CDX, that's not a waterproof glue. It's water resistant, but not waterproof. So the other thing is marine plywood. This isn't green treated. If I take this piece, throw it in the water, it's gonna rot away. So we're gonna have to do something to waterproof this, and we'll show you those steps as well. But for today, we're gonna be tracing this. Good news is I can do 2 of these in case I screw one up. This is a 4x8 sheet of plywood. This is 3/8 of an inch thick, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to get this traced, get it cut out. The reason I got a 4x8 sheet is maybe if you guys live down in Florida, your lumber yards will have it. Here in the Midwest, we have Menards as our popular store, and they had half, they just didn't have 3/8. So I had to buy a 4x8 sheet. This is about $100. So it is what it is. That's it. Alrighty, this is my cheapest tool I have, but she works good. Just a Black & Decker. Now I'm just using a wood bit. That's all I'm using. And when I go to cut this, I am going to, for my situation, I'm gonna cut on the inside of this line. I'm gonna just stay on the inside, the inside, the inside, the inside. Not gonna cut the holes or nothing. I just have them there just to have them marked. I don't know if I'll want a reference later on. I don't think it matters. I just did it. And there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my palm sander and some 50 grit sandpaper, and I'm just sanding the tray, the top tray right now. I'm just trying to get everything nice and smooth, sanding it some more. You know, I'm not gonna get everything completely removed. Like I said, a lot of this wood has bonded to the fiberglass. I'm not trying to destroy the fiberglass. I'm trying to get everything really smooth and flat. There's no like bumps or spikes. This is just a putty knife that I'm using. I'm just kind of scraping the side of here, just see if there's any loose material. And again, giving it a sand, blowing it clean. All right. Time to test fit. All right. Heck yeah, man, she is pretty close. All right, so that's the reason why I cut on the inside, is so that way I'd have some room. Now, I bet you, I mean, it is just a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna sand the inside of this lip here where this excess is. We can sand that down a little bit. I think that's gonna get us close. I mean, really, because that looks like that. That's our trouble area. That's gonna be our trouble area. Crunch. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna sand just some of this lip off, and we're just gonna use a sander to do it. So I'm gonna use this cordless Dremel. This thing works awesome, corded or cordless. If we remember, the piece doesn't fit in just quite yet. It's off by just a tiny bit, which is fine. So we're gonna come back over here, and you can see like this area right here. We're gonna cut this. We're gonna cut this out. We're gonna cut this out, and we're just gonna trim it up a little bit to get it a little bit more flush, like you can see there. See how there's just a little bit of a lip? We're just gonna do a little bit at a time, nothing crazy. And that way this will fit in there pretty good. Again, we got a little bit of a lip right here too. You can still see some of the wood is in there. So I'm just gonna use this, and I'm gonna go nice and slow. Alrighty, so we got some of those strips off. Now I'm going to switch to a different kind of bit. That's just a cutting wheel. I've used that cutting wheel this whole time, so it's not destroying it. Hey, there we go. This works really well. If you got really big bumps like what I did earlier, those big protrusions like that corner, that worked well, and then this is gonna work great to clean the rest of it up. Oh yeah, we are very close. Look at that. Look at that. Ha! She fits. She fits. She fits. How about that? That is what I am talking about. She fits down there good. So, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to lightly sand this. I'm just taking 50, this is 50 grit, and I'm just gonna go around the edges just to make it smoother, not be splintery, I guess. Okay, so right now where I'm at is everything fits good. What I'm gonna have to take account of is we got these, this is like a raised, this is a raised surface right here. This is where the hinges go, because their hinges are recessed. So I'm gonna have to make a little bit of a cutout on here in order to compensate for that. So what I've done is I've marked it on this side, and then I'm gonna go over to this side, and I'm probably just gonna sand this down a little bit with my Dremel, and to make those reliefs. That's what I'm going to do next. And I'm just gonna shade. I'm gonna shade that so I know to get rid of it. Okay, to do this we're gonna use the Dremel with just a sanding bit. And we're just gonna see how well this works. All right. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, dudes. That's it. She's ready. Okay, so it's super windy right now all of a sudden. It's like 70 here. So the next thing I have to do is I gotta knock this down. So on mine, I have a ridge. So on mine, I have this like, it's just like a protrusion, and you can see under, well, you probably can't see, but you can see there's a dimple there too. Now I don't know if that is, it's not so much over here, it's got more of a dimple there, and I don't know if that's just from the wood, how they made it. Anyway, I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grind this so it's flat, and then I'm gonna fiberglass over this to fix it. Same as this side's not so bad, it might just need a little bit, but this one definitely. So that's what we're gonna do. This is the final step to get everything prepared. Put this back on. That's good, guys. Okay, and so I'm just gonna finish up sanding this top here. I'm just knocking off the edges here. They're a little bit raised. I'm just trying to get it somewhat flat. I got some putty right there, so I was just knocking that off around those screw holes. And that's it. So this is the end of part 2. To recap, we've gone ahead and we prepared the tray. We've sanded it. We've got rid as much loose material as we can. It's all ready to go. The edges are all cleaned up. So the tray, now we have this is the top tray. And now we have the wood core. The wood core is prepared. It's been cut. So let's go ahead and we'll set that in there. The wood core has been cut, everything's been sanded. We've made all the adjustments that we need to make, especially for that hinge area. And then we have our bottom fiberglass tray. It's all ready to go. We've cleaned the side, sanded it smooth. Again, we cut this because it was recessed down, it was pulled down, so it wasn't sitting flat. It was quite a bit big of a bump. We did sand this side. So it's ready. This was the painted side. We sanded it as well, just to get rid of any loose. There was some putty and stuff on there, so we've gotten rid of all the loose material. Sanded this down so it's not so much of a lip. We'll set this on here. And then what I can do is I can grab my clamps. We'll see how everything finally fits. Set that on there loosely. All right. And And there we go. She fits in there, snug as a bug. Nice fit, everything fits good. So that concludes part 2.